If you are playing a fighting game, you may get more satisfaction out of the buttons on a controller, which you can frantically mash. If you are flying through space in an intense dogfight, holding a thumbstick down to perform a series of loops and turns can be a lot easier than hurriedly throwing your mouse around your desk in an attempt to maneuver smoothly. And, let's not forget that analog inputs have some advantages over the all-or-nothing binary controls all over mice and keyboards. Just try slowing accelerating in a racing game with a keyboard. Number 1. Racer Wolverine Ultimate. While all the controllers so far have focused on bringing console controls to the PC, the Racer Wolverine Ultimate manages to bring some PC control to game controllers. The Racer Wolverine Ultimate features 4 underside buttons that are designed to act like a sniper button or DPI switch for gaming mice. Depending on which of these bottom buttons are engaged, the controller can increase or decrease the sensitivity of the joysticks for faster camera panning or carefully centering your target. The Wolverine Ultimate also gives gamers an extra pair of bumpers, plus swappable thumbsticks and D-pads. Perhaps what I like about Racer's gamepad is it features some of the clickiest buttons I have seen on a controller, which makes it feel more like I'm playing with a gaming mouse than a controller. Number 2. SteelSeries Stratus Duo. The SteelSeries Stratus Duo might seem like a controller made specifically for mobile and VR headsets, but it's also a solid option for gaming PCs for $60. This wireless gamepad comes with its own 2.4 GHz dongle included, and it even has a built-in battery that's rated for 20 hours of gameplay. Windows 10 also automatically recognizes the Stratus Duo as an Xbox controller, which means you don't need to remap any buttons. The only thing this controller lacks is rumble, but if you don't mind the missing haptic feedback, the SteelSeries Stratus Duo is a great controller you can use with a lot of other devices. Number 3. 8-Bitto SN30 Pro. Playing retro games basically demands an old-school controller, and 8-Bitto is one of the best companies making them these days. The 8-Bitto SN30 Pro is the company's best and most well-rounded controller that takes after both the classic SNES and V Classic controller. Between the cross-shaped D-pad and 4 traditional face buttons, you should feel right at home playing Secret of Mana or any retro game available legally on the PC. Meanwhile, the 8-Bitto SN30 Pro's pair of joysticks and triggers will let you play any games from the PlayStation N64 era as well. Number 4. Switch Pro Controller. The Switch Pro Controller is one of the best controllers ever made, and now you can bring that greatness to the PC. Like the DualShock 4, getting this controller to work the PC is easy with a wired connection, but going wireless requires a few hoops to jump through. Good news is once you have got it paired properly over Bluetooth, Steam will automatically recognize it as an Xbox One controller with all the button mapping done for you. However, if you are playing games outside of Steam, you are going to need 8-Bitto wireless USB adapter to make the Switch Pro controller act like an Xbox One gamepad. Number 5. PowerA Spectra Enhanced. PowerA may be known more for its budget controllers, but that doesn't mean you should write them off as cheap and low quality. The PowerA Spectra Enhanced has checked all the right boxes for a PC controller. This is an Xbox-style controller, but in some ways it's even better than the original Xbox One controller that it manages to cost less than. It has a solid design with a soft touch finish and offers RGB lighting around almost all the main front buttons as well as along the edge. There's no fussing around with needless software either, as the LEDs can be controlled with a button on the back. Better still, The PowerA Spectra Enhanced offers a pro feature in the form of two mappable buttons on the bottom that give your middle fingers something to do beyond holding the controller. This gives the controller an advantage over the standard Xbox One controller while its cost undercuts the Xbox Elite controllers.